Monday will be your speaking test, right? So are you all ready for that, boys and girls? Or I think I should call you ladies and gentlemen because technically you are already 18. Who already celebrated their 18th birthday? Anyone? All right. Yes. If anything, if you want to ask anything while I'm presenting, you have to put up your hands, and then admin, I think you can see it, right? Because once I present, I cannot see the hands anymore. Okay. So I'm going to present now, yeah? Give me a minute. I will start with speaking because your speaking will be done on Monday. So I will start with that. So you know already, right? So generally, you know that SPM is actually 4 papers, right? What are those papers? Can you please tell me? Kasih Emily, I really like your name. So Kasih, how many papers do you have to sit for SPM? Yes, 4. So you have to do listening, speaking, reading, writing. Reading and writing holds 25 marks and 25, all equal marks, yeah? 25% of your English result will be from your reading. That is paper 1, which will be during the SPM, which is 2 weeks from now, right? And then the other one is writing. So another 2, which is going to be done this coming week, are speaking and also listening on Thursday, right? So I'm going to start with your speaking test. Okay, hold on. Okay, can you see that? All right. This is the speaking test for 1119 part 3. You actually have to answer 3 parts of question, yeah? Part 1, part 2, and part 3. All right. The speaking test consists of 25% of candidates' grades. Okay. The test is paired format. That means at one time, a pair of students will be called to take the test together. The duration of the test is approximately around 13 minutes. Okay. There will be one interlocutor. Okay. That means, is can somebody signal me if we are on or not? Okay. Let me, admin, can you please go to the message? Hold on, yeah. Can you hear me, admin? And they can see as well, right? Can they see the PowerPoint? Oh, but just now it's already presenting. That means I have to present it. Okay. Hold on. Why they cannot see it? Huh? All right, let me see. Okay, share. Admin, if anything, you have to tell me, yeah, because I cannot really see the screen except my presentation after this. Right? They can see me now? Okay, I'm going to open the presentation. So if anything, you have to tell me, yeah? Okay. All right. Okay, now there's part one, part two, and part three. It's actually constitute 25% of your grades. Okay, so no matter how you are good at writing, you still need this to get an A or A plus or even a passing. All right. The test is paired. Two candidates will take the test together, and the duration of the test is approximately around 13 minutes. At my school, I am an interlocutor, so I will be the one interviewing the students. Okay, usually, not usually, all the time, the interlocutor will be a teacher from your school, and the assessor will be a teacher from another school. All right, the interlocutor can only give you 6 marks maximum. All right, and the um, assessor will give you 18 marks. So altogether, the marks will be 24 marks. Okay, and then whatever you get, if it is more than 11, then you will get 12. So if you get all 24 marks, that means you get full marks, 25 marks of your SPM. All right. So this is what we are going to test you on. Okay, this one is part one, the interview. Okay, I've been to the course already. For this year, if you are a good student, we only going to ask you one or two questions. From part one, just one question maybe, and the other part, one or two questions. Okay, part one will be a very simple one. Okay, what do we ask you from part one? Usually your hobby, okay, about your education and ambition, about your friends and family. So the interlocutor, like myself, will ask you, what do you usually do in your spare time? That would be example of the question that we might ask you. Okay. So the tip here is that when you answer, do not answer just simple sentence. Okay. If I were to ask you, what do you usually do in your spare time? Okay. What should be your answer? Anyone? If you talk, I can hear you well, but I cannot see you now because I'm presenting. So it would be good if you speak because Monday, if you are speaking test, so we practice today. So if I ask you, what do you usually do in your spare time? What would be your answer? Anyone? It's very quiet today, a quiet Saturday. All right. So if you were asked this, your answer might be, okay, during my spare time, I usually play games. And the game that I usually play is blah, blah, blah. Okay? So do not use and with your sentence so that you will not speak only simple sentence. Okay, so these are actually some of the thing that some of the question that they can ask you here. Do you use the internet to learn new things? Okay, then you answer. Yeah, I usually use the internet to connect to my friends and even have online lessons with my teachers. See, it's not simple sentence. All right, so next. Okay, these are other topics that they can answer you individually about hobbies, education, ambition, friends and family, holidays, sport, entertainment. Okay, they will ask you about your holidays, about sports, about entertainment. How important is TV to you? Okay, it's very important because every day I must watch TV. If I don't watch TV, I will feel so boring. Okay, that should be the answer. Okay, you cannot just answer, how important is TV to you? Yeah, TV is very important. That is not enough. Okay, if you want to get A. So you have to extend your answer. All right. Okay, this is actually a video given by the Kementerian for the teachers who went for a course. But I will actually explain it to you, yeah? Okay, this video will take a long time, so I'll explain to you one by one. Okay, now part 2, it is actually individual long-term tasks. Okay, part 1, individual. Part 2, individual. Okay, the sample of the question is this, the one here. This is the sample of the question. A family celebration. Talk about a family celebration you had recently. You should say what the event was, what did you do there, if you enjoyed yourself, why not? Why family celebrations are important in Malaysia. Okay, from this question, actually the interlocutor, that is myself, we cannot read this for you. We can only show it to you with our fingers, okay? But you have to answer on your own. I will only ask you the top question. Can you please talk about a family celebration you had recently? So you talk about that based on the bullets given. And from the bullets, you build up a paragraph. And you will have 20 seconds for you to think about it. Okay, from part 1, there's no 20 seconds because they straight away interview you. The second part, they will say, okay, I will let you have some time to think about it. Okay, the some time is 20 seconds. So with that 20 seconds, you think about what you are going to say in your short paragraph based on this, based on the bullet. All right? Okay, got it? All right, next. Okay. Right, that is individual long-term will with a listening candidate response question. Okay, candidate A talks about the topic. Okay, how does it go? First, I will ask candidate A to talk about this. But candidate B, you know, your friend, she or he has to listen and answer the hot question that we give. Then candidate B will be given another topic, another piece of question like this. And you are going to respond based on his question. But the response is a short response. It doesn't have to be long. Okay, then you only have 20 seconds to prepare. Writing down are not allowed. You are not allowed to write down anything because when you go into the room, no pencil, no paper. You are given a task, you think about it, construct sentences in your head, in your mind, and then speak. Okay? Organize your points properly, follow the points given. Okay. To get high marks for language, all right, you have to use cohesive devices. You know what are cohesive devices, right? Okay, I'll give you an example. For example, okay, family celebration. There's family. Just follow this one. The family celebration that I had recently was the Chinese New Year. Okay. It was a yearly celebration for the Chinese community. And I enjoyed myself very much because it is the day when all my family members will gather for our evening meal. Other than that, okay, that cohesive device, other than that, is actually a mark for you to get higher marks, okay? Other than that, I also will meet my cousins that I very seldom meet. Okay, so celebration. Okay, the last sentence will be family celebrations are very important in Malaysia because this is the day when all our relatives will meet and we will enjoy ourselves together for the holiday. Okay, that is how you answer. You form a paragraph on your own. All right. Now the next one, talk about family celebration. Okay, this is a sample. First, the event was my. After that, then, lastly. Okay, these are all cohesive devices. Okay, sequence connectors. Okay, you must use this. Because if you use this, you get extra marks for language. Okay? And then don't forget when you end it, that's all, teacher. You must say that. That means you already end your conversation, your paragraph. Okay? All right, can you see that? Okay, the next one. Okay, prepare to tell a story, anecdote. Okay, tell about the holiday. So it's actually giving a short paragraph of what is happening in your life, the event. Okay. Narrative sentence, meaning you have to tell in the past tense because you are relating an experience, because the question already in past tense, had. Okay, so you must use past tense, past continuous, past perfect tense. All right, and then you also have to make the story interesting. All right, so for these are the tips for you to get high marks. All right, and then don't forget to use sequencing words, what I said to you just now. First, at first, earlier, other than that, next, afterwards. Okay, meanwhile, lastly, finally, last but not least. Okay, those are the things that you have to use for you to get high marks for your language. All right. Okay, the next one. These are descriptive words. I'm sure you know about all this, right? These are the words that to be used by SPM speakers. All right. Okay, next. This is a sample of the video as well. It's a very long video.
Now, let's look at the sample videos for part 2.
This is part 2.
This video will show B1 and A2 candidates answering part 2.
In this part of the test, I'm going to give
I'm sure you have seen this video, right? Your teacher must have given you this video.
For about a minute. You also need to answer a question.
Okay, this is how the interlocutor will talk to you. We have the same script. So every teacher in Malaysia will say the same thing.
Here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a family celebration you had recently. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say.
All right, this is how it goes. I'm just going to show you how the question is made. Okay, candidate A, he will talk about it. Candidate B, listen and then comment.
Start now.
My family celebrate my father's birthday. We eat cake.
This is a sample of B1. That means not perfect English, but mostly students in Malaysia will have this kind of answers. But I do not want you to have these answers.
Because we eat together.
Okay, once you finish.
In Malaysia, because we eat together.
Thank you. Kalis, what was the last celebration you had?
Okay, that is the hot question.
I had once Hari Raya Aidilfitri with my family.
Okay, that's it. Enough for him.
Did you have a good time?
Yes, I had a very great time.
Why?
Okay, see, the teacher actually prompts 2 times, right? It's better if the boy answer. Say that we will not ask you any more question because you already given us a good answer, enough for us to give you high marks. Okay, so that is the problem with this answer. So answer with elaboration so that we will not ask you any more question. Okay, and we will move on to the next, which is this boy, the boy with the white shirt, will answer another card. Okay, another card will be given to him. Another question. Okay, here.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Kalis, here's your task. I'd like you to talk about a person you admire. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say.
20 seconds for you to prepare.
All right? You may start now.
The person that I admire is my mother. She is very pretty. She has big eyes and pretty smart. I admire her because she is a very hardworking woman.
What can you say about this one?
You see, we cannot see the sentences, we can only show you.
For people to have good role models because it can motivate you. Good role models can make you better.
Thank you. Nabil, who do you admire?
I admire Lee Chong-wei.
Okay.
Why?
The other candidate will be asked one question about what this person is doing.
Badminton. He
Oh. All right, so we go to part 3, yeah, because just now. Okay, I'll just show you.
Let's
strengthens the bond between family members.
I will let you see a sample of a good answer.
Thank you. Kalis, can I have the booklet, please?
Kalis communicates with reasonable accuracy and he shows a good degree of control of simple grammatical structures. Nabil communicates understand most of the question prompting and support.
You also need to answer a question briefly about your partner's topic. Dinesh, it's your turn first. Here's your task.
Okay, this one is a good answer, yeah?
I'd like you to talk about a family celebration you had recently. First, you have some time to think about what you're going to say. All right, you may start now.
A recent family celebration I had was when we all gathered together and celebrated my mother's birthday. This was held at my grandmother's place, and what we did there was we surprised her with a birthday cake and we spent the day playing party games. Personally, I did enjoy myself because it was the first time in a while that my whole family had gathered together. Why I think family celebrations are important in Malaysia is because it strengthens the bond between family members.
Thank you. Sasha, what was the last celebration you had?
The last family celebration that I had was my parents' wedding anniversary. I personally enjoyed the celebration because I get to witness my parents and the love that they had for each other.
Okay, see?
Dinesh, can I have the
She gave a good answer, so we will not ask any more question, and that is an A answer. All right? Okay, so we'll go to the next one. Okay, this is part 3. Part 3, I think, is a bit difficult because this is where the pair works, okay? You have to work with your partner. Okay, candidates discuss something with each other for 2 minutes, and then candidates come to a decision together in another minute. All right? So 20 seconds are given to prepare, and still you are not allowed to write down notes. All right? So this is a sample question. Why do people shop online? Okay? So there is about 6. Okay. If I were you, I would like I will discuss with my partner the 20 seconds that 3 points taken by someone and then 3 points taken by someone else. And every point you have to elaborate and make sure that you talk within the 2 minutes, both of you. And whether you finish or not, they will stop you. Okay, because you will go to the next part, which is you have to make a decision together which one is the most important reason why people shop online. Okay, so 20 seconds are given for you to prepare. You are not allowed to write down notes. Okay. Okay, be prepared with familiar topics. What kind of question would they be asking? It will be about people and culture, travel, home, country, city, free time. Consumerism and financial awareness, like shopping. Okay. Health and environment, pollution. And then you might want to think about the latest things that happen, flood, flash flood, and all that. They might ask you about this as well. Okay, and then science and technology, social media, internet, online gaming, television, okay? And then prepare to use useful phrases. Okay, so if you are to start a discussion, okay, some of my students actually ask me, teacher, I'm good in English, but my partner is not. Will that hurt my marks as well? The answer is no. You can actually get better marks if you initiate your poor friend to speak. Okay, so it's not a disadvantage. Whether you are good or whether your partner is good or not good is actually an advantage to you. So if they are not good, then you can initiate that person to speak. That initiation actually will give you more marks. Okay, and then if you help them out, you get more marks. And then in a way of helping them, they can actually speak a bit more. Helping him will give him more marks and will give you more marks than him. All right, so you can start the discussion with which one shall we start with? What do you think, Kim? Kim, I think you know a lot of topic. What is your opinion on it? So this is the initiator. Okay, if you use this kind of language, you can actually get more marks because you initiate the conversation. And then to express opinion. I think that, I don't think that, I feel, I don't feel that. I would say, okay, for example, you were talking, you just now talking about online shopping, right? I would say that people go online shopping because they want to avoid traffic jams. Okay, based on the point, okay, you have to talk about based on the point. The point will be based on the 6 things that are given there. I believe that. I don't believe that. For me, personally, I think. Okay, to justify reasons, I say this because my opinion is, okay, when you use all these, you get more marks, okay? These are the useful phrases that you want to use, okay? All right, let's go back to the question first. Okay, for example, I think people shop online because because it is convenient. All right. Okay. When you shop online, you do not have to go out from your house, drive in a traffic jam, and try to get a parking space at shopping malls. All right. All right. On top of that, you do not even have to get dressed to shop. Just sit behind your laptop, in front of your laptop, and buy things that you want. Okay, so that will be the convenient part. Other than that, I also think that shopping online will give you wide variety because you can go to many sites, shopping sites, and there are varieties that you can compare about regarding the price and quality. Okay, then you can follow three of one. You will talk about three, and then your friend will talk about three. This one you have to discuss on your own. They give you 20 seconds. All right. So let's go to the next one. Okay, to ask partner's opinion, these are the To agree. Oh, good point. I totally agree with you. That will be the second part. So this one, I think I need you to watch the video because then you understand what I mean. Right? Okay, what must you do? Delegate the task equally. Mark the points in the man in the clockwise direction. For example, you have done this, this, and this. And let your friend do this, this, and this. Okay, equally. That means if there are 6, they will give you 6. One person take 3, another person take another 3. And then choose one, agree on one that is the most important. Make sure that the one that you choose, you can give opinion, and then your friend agree, and he can give another opinion regarding that point. Okay, then you're done. Okay. Avoid. Tips number 4, apply Sora technique. What is Sora technique? Sora 1, start discussion. S, give your opinion. O, give your reason. R, ask your partner's opinion. A, Sora. Okay, so when you go to them, okay, let them give their point. Say again, agree with your partner's point of view. All right, and then introduce your new point. Give reason to justify your opinion, and then ask your partner's opinion. So Sora 1 is for candidate 1. Sora 2 is for the candidate B. Candidate A, Sora 1. Candidate B, Sora 2. And then you repeat if you are going to talk each one at a time. My suggestion, talk about 2 at one time, and if you have the time, talk about another one. Okay? Tips number 5. In the discussion, avoid silence and stutter. If you stutter and you are silent, then definitely you will not. The highest mark is actually 6. So 1, 2 is very poor. 3, passing. 4, 5, good. 6 is very good, excellent. So if you have silent mode anywhere or you stutter, definitely you will not get 5 and 6. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we already take out 5, 6. All right. So I've never really thought about that, but so if you don't have no more ideas to say, you must tell. Teacher, I think that's all I can say. It say something. Don't be silent. Okay. Use non-verbal communication. Nod your head to show some understanding. Okay. So when your friend are talking, you nod your head. That means you're understanding and you are listening to it. Look at the person you are speaking to in the eye. Okay, many students actually look at me, look at the teacher. Don't look at us. The two of you are discussing between the two of you, so there must be eye contact between the two of you. So you look at him, he look at you. Don't look at the teacher. We are just going to give you marks. Okay, we are not going to be in the conversation at all. If you are silent, you are stutter, we're just going to look at you. When the time is up, 2 minutes, we stop you. All right? So this part 3 is very crucial, very important. Okay, look confused when you don't understand. Okay, so if you don't understand what your friend is talking, don't answer in BM. Aku tak faham lah, cannot. Just say that, look confused, so your friend will see the signal of confusion. He will actually say something to initiate, to make you understand. All right, that's how we go. We do not want you to keep silent for too long. While he is talking and you don't understand, you actually give him a signal. And then this friend, when you see your friend signaling like confused face, say something, stop for a while, say something to make that person understand. Okay, this tells the person you are speaking that you would like an explanation. Okay, so tip number 5 is very important. Avoid silence. Once you are silent and then you stutter too much, we will not give the marks of 5 or 6 anymore. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then if you stutter more, even 4 you cannot get. You will only get 3. 3 is actually passing. 1 and 2 is not a very good speaker. All right? Okay, the next one. Okay, this is how you speak. Okay, once we finish this, we can go to other parts. Okay, 45 minutes for each. Okay, good. because we're not going to do listening. We're just going to do reading. Reading is very little. I will explain to you writing after this. These two part is very important. All right. Okay, let's hear this one. Pay attention, yeah?
Now, let's look at the sample video.
Can you hear me?
Part 3.
Admin, can you hear this well?
This video will show B1 and A2 candidates answering part 3.
Online shopping is gaining popularity in our country. Here are some reasons why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task.
We'll go to the good candidates.
Then buying in stock.
If they have.
Thank you.
Oh
Then I
no.
have the
As
why people shop online and a question for you to discuss. First, you have some time to look at the task. Now, talk to each other about the reasons why people shop online.
I believe people shop online because there is no crowd, so they don't have to line up. And also, it is time saving. What do you think, Nadia? I think shop online trending, people will follow. Why? Many famous people sell stuffs. Shop online, wide variety. Shopee, Lazada. Shop online, convenient, easy for people. I agree with Nabil, and I also believe that online shopping offer better prices than buying in stock.
Thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide together which is the most popular reason people shop online.
You can actually discuss in English. You can talk at normal voice in English, okay? But not in BM or any other language. Okay, see? They're not looking at each other. They're actually looking at the teacher. We don't want this. You look at each other, okay?
And buying in stock.
See, we do not want you to tell us. Tell your partner.
Thank you. Then I have the booklet, please. You've been talking about why people shop online. Now let's hear your opinion on this. In what ways does advertising on social media influence people's buying behavior?
Okay, this is actually the last part. After you talk about it, and then which one do you agree or disagree, we have this hot question. But if we think you are too poor to answer this question, we will not pose this question this year, okay? We will only pose this question to students that we think can answer the question, because this question is actually hot and it is quite difficult, okay? So if you can answer this question, definitely you will get 6. So full marks. Okay, this is the determination, because Actually, this one shows that you are very savvy in the topic as well as the language. All right? Okay, done.
Now, let's look at the sample videos for part 3. This video.
Okay. I'm actually done with speaking. Okay, I'm back. All right, do you have any question? Oh, quite a number now. Just now it's only 4 or 5. Suddenly there's 22 now. Anyone have any question? This is what you're going to face. All right, this is what you are going to face on Monday. Okay, you know already your sidang, right? Whether it's on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Okay. Some of you here are all of you from Selangor? Let's see I know that students don't really like to talk, but they will put something here. Messages. Teacher, for part 3, can candidate be start first? Cannot. It's always, for part 3. Yes. That one is not a problem. Anyone can initiate first for part 3. Okay, so if you are good, then you want to start talking, fine. Because this is the conversation between the two of you. Anyone can start. All right? Okay, teacher for part 3, can candidate? Yes. No, the answer is yes. You can start first. Anyone can start first. That's not a problem. Any other question? You can post it here if you don't want to talk. Some of you actually have no speakers. Anyone else want to say something? Okay, clear. All right. So we'll go to the next one, yeah? Writing. Your writing test. When is the date of SBN writing? Can somebody put teacher for the choose one bullet for part 3? Is the interlocutor will inform us or just continue? It depends on the interlocutor, okay? But for me, if I have the time, if we're still within the time of 13 minutes, I will pose the question. Now, if the teacher poses the question and you do not know the answer, okay? So what do? Can you just like be in your silent mode? What should you do? Like I said, right? Silent here is a ban. No silence. So let's say you cannot answer the part, the hot question after you finish. There's one hot question, right? Okay, then you cannot do that question. What should you do? Okay. What should you do? Type here. Awang Irfan, what do you think we should do? If we cannot answer the hot question at the end. Okay, this one is not talking to your friend. This one, you look at the teacher. The last part, the very last part. Yes. Thank you, Safia. That is the right answer. What you say is, I am sorry, teacher. I cannot answer this question. Okay. Put that in your mind right now so that come Monday, you know the answer. If you don't know the hot question that the teacher asked, I'm sorry, teacher. I cannot answer that question. Okay, then it's done. Remember, no silent mode. Silent mode is not to be used next week. Next week. Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, right? Okay, do you know your sidang already, whether it's on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? Okay, to me, I always tell my students, speaking test is where you can get marks because you can train yourself now in front of the mirror. Okay, what you want to say, the phrases, right? Okay, you practice at home. Okay, in fact, I photostat a few questions and I give to all the students. I say, go back home and practice. Practice with your sister, practice with your mother. Doesn't matter. Practice so that you can say something. At least the lowest mark you will get is about 16 or 17. That is already carrying an A. Okay. Part 1, no problem. Part 2, no problem. Part 3, a little bit of problem. So if only part 3, a little bit of problem, by full marks of 24, we can actually give you 16 or 15. Okay, 16 or 15 or 16 is actually good already. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, the interlocutor, the 6 marks, if you talk, if you respond, the lowest mark we will give you is 4. We're not even going to give you 3. We'll give you 4 because it is actually understanding in general. Okay, so the interlocutor can give you higher marks, but we only can give you 6 marks, the highest. We cannot give you more than that. It is assessor who's going to give you more marks. All right, any other question? If we don't finish that 6 bullet, is that okay? Yeah, if you cannot finish the 6 bullet, is fine, as long as you elaborate enough. What's important is that you elaborate on the points that you have chosen. No problem. You speak for all the time is given. Okay, for the time that is given, you speak. But at least out of the 6, if you cannot finish all 6, you must finish 4. Okay, that means not just 1 point. Each of you at least 2 points. Okay? All right, anything else? You want to ask about Monday? Kasih, yours is on Monday, is it? Okay, just remember that if you are in Sidang 1, you will be quarantined until 2 o'clock. All right, so you must eat before that or bring food. Or usually the school will provide food and send to you for the first Sidang. The first 16, you are staying until the afternoon. All these are explained to you on Friday, right? I've already explained to my student on Friday, so probably your teacher have explained this, isn't it? Quarantine until the afternoon. After Sidang 2 habis, finish, then only you can go back. All right? When Sidang 3 comes in at 2 o'clock. All right. Okay, so we'll finish this. We'll go to writing now. Is that okay? Teacher, what if we don't understand the meaning one of the bullet? Can we ask the teacher about the meaning or not? You can ask, but we cannot answer. Okay, so if you don't understand it, take another bullet that you understand. All right, because we cannot give you any help within that. We will give you hints if it is allowed in the booklet. The booklet will let us know what we can say and what we cannot say, because throughout Malaysia, the interlocutor can only follow our booklet. We cannot say anything more or anything less. Okay, because we want to be fair to all the students in Malaysia. All right, so we can only follow the text. So if the bullet say these are the prompts we can give, we'll give you the prompt. If we cannot give you the prompt, we'll just show you the thing and you have to figure it out. All right, anything else? All right. Then we will go to the next one. I'm going to present again. This one is for writing. Okay. Okay, can you see that? Admin, can they see that now? Can you see the PowerPoint? Somebody answer please, because I cannot read the comment right now.
No, teacher.
Cannot?
Yeah.
No? Okay, I'll go back and try one more time. Hold on. I've shared it. Okay, I'll try again, yeah? Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sometimes it's too heavy, then it's a bit difficult. All right. Who's that with a nice voice? You should speak more. Today you should speak, because on Monday you have to speak. Who is that? Is it Emily or Sefi?
Sophia.
Sophia. Where are you from, Sophia?
Kedah.
Oh, Kedah, all the way from Kedah. Where in Kedah?
Sungai Petani.
I got trained to be a teacher in Kedah. Mata Perguruan Sultan MPSah, Mata Perguruan Sultan Abdul Halim in Sungai Petani. I used to live in Sungai Petani when I was training as a teacher.
No.
It's my second home. Where in Sungai Petani? Taman Ria?
Kuala Mudayan.
Oh, okay. That's near MPSah, right?
Huh?
Near MPSah. Mata Perguruan Sultan Abdul Halim. Institute Perguruan Sultan Abdul Halim now.
Oh, don't know lah, teacher.
All right. Anyway, good luck on Monday. Okay, I'll continue with writing now. Okay, SPM writing test overview. This one is also 25 marks. Okay. 3 sections. Okay, what are the sections? Part 1. Candidates have to write an email to a friend for about 80 words. This one, no problem, right? It's actually a bonus for you. This one is so easy to score. Okay. Part 2, candidates have to write an essay of about 150 words. And part 3, candidates have a choice of tasks. How many questions will you be given? The rest of you, please answer as well so that I can hear your sweet voice. Is there anyone, a boy maybe? A man, because now you are 18, a young man. Anyone? You will be given how many questions for part 3?
3.
Yes. It's either an article, a review, a report, or a story. So if you have an article, you will not get a report, because the next one will be a review. The review is actually they will give you every time. Okay, and then the last question will be a story. Now, if you take my advice, the hardest part is actually the story. Okay, because it is always personal experience and you need to have very high vocab for this. So if I were you, I would write number 3 or number 4. Okay, usually what do you do? Number 3, number 4, or number 5? What do you choose usually? Okay, later on I'll I'll present it first, okay? Okay, the SPM test use 3 assessment scale. One is C, that is content. There are 4 assessment actually. Content C, communicative achievement CA, organization O, and then language L. Okay, the good thing about the new SPM questions are that this is segmented marking. Myself, I have been a marker. I mark SPM for many years, more than 10 years. Okay, the old format is actually very difficult for you. You only have to answer 2 questions, but the second question you actually have to write almost 3 pages to get A. Okay, but the new one, CEFR, okay, because now we follow the European standard. Okay, CEFR is actually European standard. the old English, the one before this, we're actually the UK standard. So it's higher level. So for the CFR, you only have, it is a method marking, meaning if you have the content, okay, all of this is actually 5, 5, 5, 5. 5 for content, 5 for CA, 5 for organization, and 5 for language. So the full marks is 20. So you have to answer 3 questions, that means 60 marks, okay? Whatever you get, divide by 60 times 25, meaning no matter how good you are, your highest mark will be 25. Because another 25 will come from paper 1, another 25 will come from paper 3, and another 25 will come from paper 4. Okay? So, if you have all the content, if you can get all the content, you get 5. No matter how bad your grammar is. Because many students, they are very worried because their grammar are not good. Their grammar is not good. Okay? They cannot speak really, they cannot write well. Vocab and grammar is not so good. As long as you get the content, you get 5 for content, no matter how bad your grammar is. And then, communicative achievement CA, if the message comes across, I understand what you are reading, okay, even though you have grammar errors, you still can get 4 or 5, depending on whether the message come across. But if there are too many errors, the message cannot come across, of course you get low marks for CA, right? So as long as the message come across, you communicate, you achieve your communication standard, okay, then you get 4 or 5 for that as well. Now, organization, you must write in paragraph, and you must also use cohesive devices, okay, and also linkers, connectors. Then only you get organization 5. And then language, of course, your grammar and your vocabulary. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, this is how it looks like. Higher scale will be 5, right? For each one. For content, this is part 1, okay? Part 1 is the message. So message is very, very easy to get full marks. Because, why? Why? Because to get 5 marks, all content is relevant, already 5 marks. Okay, and then communicative achievement, you produce a text that communicates straightforward ideas. That means the ideas that the question 1, you have given it to me. Okay, fine, 5 marks. Organization, you use simple connectors. That means and because is good enough. And then a limited number of cohesive devices. So if you write 1 or 2 cohesive devices like on top of that, other than that, moreover, okay, that's done. You get 5 as well. And then language, I only need you to write basic vocabulary appropriately. Use simple grammatical form with good degree of control. Even though you have errors in grammar, if the meaning comes true, I still can give you 5. So even if you have grammar errors, but we can still understand your sentences really well, we still can give you 5 because this is part 1, the bonus part. Okay, so it will be very, very bad if you cannot get at least 17 for this question because it is too simple. Okay, how simple it is, I will show you the question. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay. Oh, this is for part 3. We'll go to part 1 first. Okay, marking aspect. How do we mark? Ensure the target reader is completely okay. No need to explain this to you. This is actually some of the things I give to the teachers. This is a course for the teacher. Okay, cohesive devices. Okay, these are example of cohesive devices. Now, if you want to copy it down, I can give you some time now. This, that, these, those, he, she, he. This one is already cohesive devices. You see? Alif went out to the playground. He. Okay, that is cohesive devices already. This one is a simple one. I'll put it aside later, because, so, in addition, however, therefore. All right? These are all cohesive devices, and you can easily get full marks. Okay, I'll let you have 5 minutes to copy it down if you want. All right. This one because you can easily get 20 marks. All right. Okay. Important notes when writing an email. This question is always email. All right. So people must write email to a friend, family member. Okay, friend or family member in about 80 words. This task tests whether writing ability of at A2 level. A2 means primary school level. Okay, standard 6, form 1. So standard form 1 to form 2. Form 1, form 2 level. So you are already in form 5. Therefore, no problem for you to answer this question, right? How many paragraphs needed? This is only a short message. 2-3 paragraphs are sufficient. That means one paragraph introduction. Hi Ali, how are you? It's been a long time. That is one paragraph only. And then the content in the second paragraph. And then the last paragraph. I think that's all for now. See you in the next email. Bye. Enough. That is considered a paragraph already. So usually in this part, you are going to demonstrate some language function like giving suggestion. Maybe the email that is given to you asking you to give suggestion. Actually, the question will be, one email will be given and you have to answer that email. Okay? So giving suggestion, giving advice, respond to requests, accept or decline invitation, explain simple processes, and narrate factual or imagined events and experiences.
Sorry, teacher.
Yes?
I used the cohesive devices. We
Oh,
can
you want to
see
see
the
the cohesive
slide.
devices again? You want me to
No,
go to that page?
we still can see the cohesive devices. We cannot see your
Oh,
slide.
you cannot see? Can you
Yes.
see this one, important notes?
No.
I
Oh,
can
now
see.
cannot see already. Oh, I go back. Okay.
Yeah, now we can see that.
Now you can see. Is it too small?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me. Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Can I go to the next one?
Yes, teacher.
All right. I'll give you the sample question. See, it's very good if you speak so that I know what is going on, right? Okay, the others as well. Speak up. Monday, you have to speak. Start now. Okay. Useful phrases for short communicative message. Why don't you try? Hi, hello, how are you? How are you doing? When you want to decline invitation, you say, I love to, but I'm afraid I'm busy tonight. I'm terribly sorry. I have other plans. Thanks for asking. And then if you want to accept, thank you. I'd love to. Thank you. I'll be delighted to. Okay, if you want to copy a few, I'll let you have 2-3 minutes. Get your phone. Take camera. Done.
Done.
Yes. Okay. See, now is techno. Everything must be technology. Just take photo. Done. All right. After this, check again. Okay. All right. This one are useful phrases for giving opinion. It's a good idea because remember you must use linkers, cohesive devices, right? Because is also a linker. Okay. Ending, closing, very easy. Bye. Bye for now. See you soon. All the best. Speak to you later. I hope my suggestions are helpful. Right soon. Bye. Okay, done. You see how easy it is to score this question part 1?
Yeah.
In school, in my school, my classes, anybody get less than 15, I will make them write 5 more messages. Yeah, seriously. I joke around with my students, but I'm very serious about their results. So even the classes which not so good, I will not let them have any less than 15 for this message because it is so easy to score. Right?
Yeah.
You only have to write 15 about 80 words. Half a page of the A4 paper will be enough. In that question, in your question paper later on, you have to write the answer on the booklet, right? In the booklet. So the space that they give for the message is not that big. Fill up the message inside there and you're done. Don't forget, you must write the email address on top because that is part of the organization. Okay? Everything is there. So this one, any of my students get less than 15, they get 5 more. Another time less than 15, 10 more. Okay. The next one. Okay, this is the example. Okay, highlight the keywords. Okay. Question 1. You receive an email from your cousin Sophia, who is coming to visit you in your hometown. Sophia is asking your opinion about what to do and where to go when she comes to stay with you. Okay, this is the message. I'm trying to move. Okay. Am I still sharing?
Oh.
No?
Yeah.
You cannot see this.
Cannot.
Cannot. Okay, I think I better click. Okay. Let me go back. Sorry.
It's okay.
I accidentally clicked on the stop sharing. Okay, you can see it now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, now I need to move this. Okay, this is the message. From Sophia, Gmail, blah, 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 blah. Mom has allowed me to go and stay with you for a few days. Okay, I make it bigger. Okay, you can see that, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to spending time with you, cousin. What are we going to do? That is content 1. See, I put there 1, right? Where can we go to? Is there anything that I should bring from home? 3. So, if you answer all these 3, you already get 5 for content. Okay? So, let's see the next point. Okay. Now, based on Sophia's email, we can see there are 3 tiles highlighted in pink, right? Just now? To answer the following. What are the activities the Sophia comes and stay with you? What do you suggest for both of you to go during Sophia's visit? And what Sophia must bring from home? Okay, task 1. What to do? Of course, like if the girls go shopping, play bowling, go karaoke, right? Okay, 2, where to go. Other than these activities, where to go? Can visit the Kuala Kangsar Royal Town, go to the river cruise because the cousin is living in Kuala Kangsar. Okay? And then task 3, what to bring from home? Extra clothes. Let's say you're supposed to stay for 3 days, you want to stay 5 days, so you have extra clothes. Okay, camera and monopod. You see? It's already written there. So, how to answer this question? Dear Sophia, it is good to hear from you and how exciting that you are coming. Okay, that is the introduction. So, paragraph first. There is cohesive devices already. Yeah, guys? Okay. The one in pink, purple, I think it is purple or pink? Pink, purple, right? Okay, are cohesive devices. Okay, the one in green is the idioms. If you know, you write it down. If you do not know, don't write anything. Just write write the story, just like that. Okay? Do not. Okay, this is my warning to you. Oh, I need to put idioms, but I don't know lah English idiom. So let's translate. And then suddenly you write there. Clever, clever squirrel at last fall down. Can you write that?
No.
What is that actually? So pandai-pandai tupai melompat akhirnya jatuh. And then you translate it into English. Not only will we not accept that, we will mark you down. Kurang markah sebab direct translation. Okay? So you will get less marks actually. Okay. So don't write that. Warm chicken sheet. Okay, cannot. Okay, first we should shop till we drop once you are here. So the first activity, isn't it? A new mall has been opened called the Avenue, and let's grab some new clothes, shall we? While we are at the mall, I suggest we drop by the karaoke and sing our hearts out. Okay, so that we used to do when we were kids. Next, okay, that is answering the part 1, right? Okay, the part 2, visiting Kuala Kangsar Royal Town. The town is not far away from Ipoh and you will be blown away by the beauty of the palace. On top of that, there is a cohesive device. There is a river cruise nearby and I recommend us to go there on a cruise to enjoy the Perak River. That would be fun. Let's not forget to pack some food for our picnic after the cruise. Okay. Then that is answering the second question in the email, right? The third question is, you should bring extra clothes from home because you might get wet from the cruise. Can you bring your camera and monopod? Yours are better than mine. Okay, done. And then can't wait to have a blast. We can finally let our hair down after studying so hard for our exam. See you soon, cousin. Okay, done. Finish. That's all. And with this answer, you get full marks of 20. Okay?
Okay.
Next. Part 2. Okay, anything you want to ask with part 1? Okay, I will go to you for a while. Okay, anything you want to ask for part 1?
No.
No. All right, so we go to part 2. Why is it not moving? Okay, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Mark 20, content, communicative, achievement, organization, language, same thing. Okay. This one is formal essay. Okay, question for part 2 is a formal essay. Therefore, you cannot use contractions. That means I'll, I, apostrophe LL. Advisable not to use. And then don't use language such as You don't have to use lots of idioms here because this is very formal essay. All right. So begin the essay with an introduction. Okay, for this one, you have to write 5-paragraph essay to get good marks. Okay. So begin your essay with an introduction. State the topic but do not give personal opinion. Okay, use only facts, right? In the second paragraph, write 1 or 2 advantages. Okay, depends on the question. You'll see the question after this. In the third paragraph, the disadvantages. And the last paragraph, give your opinion. So you can write either in 4 or 5 paragraph. Okay? Let's see the next one. Do's and don'ts. It could be do's and don'ts, advantages and disadvantages. Sample question. Okay, pre-writing. Read the task carefully. Underline the keywords. Okay, use your pen or pencil. Underline the keywords. I mean, these are the things I must answer. These are the content. Okay. Brainstorm and think about the topic. Choose 2 or 3 the most important points that you have ideas to write about. So if they ask for advantages, disadvantages, you cannot give only 1 if there is an S. At least give 2. Okay, so if you are asked to give advantages in plural, then you must give at least 2. If you give 1, then you'll be marked down because we ask for advantages. You only give an advantage, meaning you don't understand the question. Okay? All right. While writing, this is what you must do. Peer. State your point, support with explanation, give example, rephrase your opinion at the end. Okay? So done with that. Okay, I will show you the sample question. These are the logical connectors. Logical connectors, and there's 2 types of connectors, logical and also sequence. All right. First and foremost, this is more to sequence. Okay. So do you have this? Okay, you can take with your camera now so that you will know next time I can use all this.
Done.
Done. Okay, very good. Okay, this is a sample question. Your class has been discussing how they spend their money, and your teacher, I am sure you have seen the question. All the teachers will teach you this question because this is the first ever question that came out. Okay, when the teachers were taught the new format. Okay, so we'll have this question. Has been discussing how they spend the money. Your teacher has asked you to write an essay about what you would spend your money on. Okay, there are 3 bullets here, right? So this is the content. So with 1 introduction and then 1 conclusion, that means you have to write 5 paragraphs. Correct or not? So that is a signal that this is a 5-paragraph essay, not 4. Okay, so next. If you have never seen this question, you want to copy it, okay, take your camera, take the picture. This actually comes up from the first time when the new format came out, and then teachers were given training. Okay, I was given train for my daerah, and this is the question we learn how to teach the students. All right. Okay. How do you get marks for this? Assessment scale. Okay, we have seen this before. Assessment scale is not important for you, it's important for me. See, if you want to get 5, all content is relevant. Use convention of communicative tasks to hold the reader's attention. That means we like what you are writing and we get the message. This one is a bit difficult from the first one. The first one, as long as the message come across, is 5. This one for question part 2, The message come across and it is actually refreshing and interesting, then only you can get 5. And then organization, of course, coherence. That means you must use cohesive devices and also linkers. Okay, all the linkers. Okay. Language. Use a range of vocabulary with occasional inappropriate use of less common lexis. Meaning, you must use not just simple words that you see every day. There should be also vocabulary of bigger words. All right? You must have simple and complex sentence and compound sentence as well. If simple sentences dominates in your essay, then you will not get language 5. Probably you will get 3. Okay, tak boleh write only simple sentences. Okay, for example, if you want to talk about, let's go to the question. I'll give you an example. Okay, if I go, okay, the first bullet, what you would like to buy? Teacher asks you, okay, most of my money, I usually will segregate my money into a few things that I want to do with it. Okay, first and foremost, if I have the money, I would like to buy a new bicycle for myself to ride to school because I do not want to take the school bus anymore. You see, when you use because, it is not a simple sentence, it is a compound sentence. All right? Okay, so that's how you must write. You cannot write, if I have the money, I want to buy a bicycle. Done. I want to buy a bicycle because I want the bicycle is for me to use to go to school. See, 2 sentences. Make it into 1. Okay? Make 2 sentences into 1 sentence using because or and or so. All right? Okay. This is a sample question again. Okay. Before writing, read and understand the task. Highlight and circle the keywords. Take enough time to think about your opinion and how you will support it. Make notes and plan. Actually, if you go to Google, you can find a lot of this, you know, what to do before writing, what to do when writing, what to do after writing. In fact, I myself take this, some from Google, some from my friends, okay, some I do on my own. So it's actually a combination of all the things I read, okay? The knowledge does not come just like that to me. I also have to study. So if you want to do more, you go and Google all these things. How to write better? Okay, read that. Okay, that is what I suggest to you. You can self-learn actually, but not self-learn, but it's going to help you a bit more than not enough just your teachers. You have to find more knowledge, right? Don't every day just go to Netflix, okay, or play games. Okay, so spend some time to learn by going to the internet to look for knowledge. All right, then cohesive devices. If you want to introduce or support ideas, this is what you use. If you want to introduce contrasting ideas, contrasting meaning berlawan, okay, opposite. All right, giving opinion to give opinion, generalizing in general, in most cases, on the whole, okay, take it. The cohesive device is very important. Without the cohesive device, your essay will not be good enough. Right, done, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this is the sample answer for this one. When we give you the sample, this is actually the sample of what to expect if you want to get 20 marks. This is full marks. Okay, appreciating and receiving important because, oh, this is another question. Let me see if I have the other question. Alamak, dapat 3. Okay, yeah, this is the one. Sorry. Appreciation in a relationship is important because it lets you know where they stand and what they mean to you. For example, for me, giving gifts to someone I love is always been the way to show my appreciation of a person. In my opinion, I personalize college would be a perfect gift. Collage, not college, collage. Because this my mother is a type of person who appreciate things. Actually, this is actually another question. I don't have this with me. This is another. I cannot remember where I put this one. This question. If I can find it, I will show it to you if this time permits. If not, this is another sample lah. Another question. Sample essay. Okay. You see, what I need to show you is how she used, in my opinion, additionally, on the other hand, those are cohesive devices. The green ones are the vocabulary. Okay, relief, happy memories. Okay, gratitude, gestures. All right, these are the words that you must use. Okay. Okay, now go to part 3. Because it's already 11:30, we'll go to part 3 now because I want to show you a little bit of listening. After this, take 5, yeah? Okay, this is extended writing. Example of an article. Write an article for travel magazine. This is question 3, yeah? This one is an article. If it is not an article, it will be a report. Okay? And then the next question, a review. And then the next question, a story. All right? Tell us about the vacation you have spent with nature. So specifically underline this. It is actually holiday with nature. So if you say I want to spend my holiday in Kuala Lumpur, then straight away your answer is wrong already because Kuala Lumpur is not where nature is. Okay, what kind of activities did you enjoy? How is nature vacation better than other vacations? Okay, question 1 would be what kind of activities? So if it is activities, means you must give more than 1. How is nature vacation better than other vacation? That is the second point you have to answer. And then give us your impression and recommendation. That means in the last paragraph, you should write, I would totally recommend you to come to blah, blah, blah. Okay? Okay, introduction. Give general information about the place and its natural beauty. That means you name the place in the first paragraph. Paragraph 2, content 1. Highlight the activities to nature, related to nature that visitors can experience here. Content number 2 is paragraph 3. How is nature vacation better than other vacation? And paragraph 4, give your impression or recommendation. So 4 paragraph will be enough, right? Okay. Introduce the topic of your article so readers know what they're going to read about. Get the reader's attention by including an interesting fact or relating the topic, suggested phrases. Can you imagine? Okay, we'll start with that. Okay. Paragraph 2 and 3, you expand your ideas and then make sure each paragraph start by writing a key idea of the main point. Okay, first of all, this is the cohesive devices. Paragraph 4, ending your article, summarize your opinion and then give recommendation, right? So, all in all, I would totally recommend this for a holiday, for you to go holiday with your family, right? So, all in all, to sum up, let's say Langkawi is the best place to go with your family. I totally recommend it. I would give it a 5 star. That is a recommendation, okay? All right. Okay, what must you do? Number 1, you have to follow, you have followed your plan. Make sure when you write, you follow your sketch, you follow your plan. Don't in the middle of writing, crumple your paper, throw it away. You waste time already. Give your article a title. Have you got the reader's attention in paragraph 1? Each paragraph start with main idea. Main idea means the bullet, okay? This is the main idea. There, main idea. Content 1, content 2, content 3. Okay? Each paragraph starts with the main idea. You have supported your idea and give example to justify it. Okay, how to get marks for your language? Use formal language, grammatically correct forms. You have checked for spelling and punctuation mistake because spelling error, punctuation error, cut marks. Okay, will cut your marks. Okay. Your writing style is suitable for the reader. You have used appropriate linking words. You have used appropriate cohesive devices. Okay, this is for the L and the O. Okay, now this one is to write a report. A report has a lot of things you have to do. More than an article. So pray for an article to come out. Okay? Format. This is the format. Okay, take picture of the format. In a report, you have seen your textbook right at the back. I think I cannot remember which chapter. In a report, you have to write a title for each, right? Point 1, what is it about? Okay, for example, do we have, there, this is an example. To Teacher Advisor English Language Society from Anjali Dawila Singh, subject improving the English club activities. You must have this title, introduction, activities carried out, virtual trip, newsletter, conclusion. This one, the introduction and the conclusion, you must do. Activities, virtual trip, newsletter is actually in the bullet. So you have to have a heading like this. This is the format of the report. You can take the picture now. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay. This one, you fill up the blank. This is example of what I taught in my class. So this is exactly example of using the cohesive devices, right? Okay. Okay, this is a review. You have to go faster because it's almost 12. In your school, have you learned all this? The review, article, report, and story. Have done all? Have you done all?
Yes.
See, today is only to remind you. But whatever it is, I have done extensively the speaking just now, right? So Monday, you must rock during the speaking test. Okay? All right, the review. A good review should consist of introduction, main body, 2 or more paragraph, 2 or 3 paragraph, the best, 3 paragraph. 2 or 3 paragraph, and conclusion, 1 more paragraph. So 4 or 5 paragraph. No need to do more than that. Okay? What kind of review will you get? Okay, you jot it down now. It can be a movie review, a book review, a play, review about a hotel, okay, or a homestay, something like that. Review of a holiday destination, Okay, you give review of Langkawi Island. Okay, something like that. And then when you write a review, you use present tense, not past tense. Okay? So how many things can you review? Book review also can. Book, film, yes. Restaurant review, it can be that as well. Food review, that means the food in the restaurant. Okay? So it could be, I have seen this question from one of the state. Review the online food. Okay, sent by Grab online food. Okay, that's it. You give review to that as well. It can be that as well. Okay. Okay, this is the format. 4 paragraph is enough for a review. Okay. Next. This is a book review. Now, some students will ask, teacher, can we review not an English book? Yes, you can, but you have to review it in English. But if I were you, it's much easier to review an English book. But if a book review comes out and you cannot answer other question like story number 5 is difficult, number 3 report is difficult, so you still need to answer review, okay, you can use the textbook that you learn, right? At the textbook for literature. Let's say Lieutenant Adnan, right? Okay, the book that I have read, okay, is Lieutenant Adnan. I actually learned it in SPM, for SPM literature, bahasa Melayu, but I like this book so much because it is very touching and it explains about a hero that has sacrificed for Malaysia. Yes, you can write that. So is Malay book possible? Plausible, why not? But write about the review in English because we are testing you in your language. All right. So the plot focuses on Lieutenant Adnan, who has become a soldier, right? Okay, then the story begins. What is it? How is it? You can use the story begins with, remember, write in present tense. Okay. A movie also like something like that. Teacher, can I review a Malay movie? Okay, the last movie that you watch, everybody watch this movie. That is Mat Kilau, isn't it? Also, you want to write a review of Mat Kilau. Okay, it's fine, but write the review in English. So the movie that I want to review is Mat Kilau. I have watched this movie with my family because everybody says that the movie is good. Everybody said that the movie is good. So, so therefore I went to watch it and I want to give a review, blah, 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 blah. So talk about the movie, start with the plot. And then if you think, now look at the question. Is it possible for you not to give a good review? That means they accept both reviews. Can, why not? So if it's long and confusing, slow, okay. Now, if you want to say anything bad, can you say in a bad way? Cannot. Can be marked down. So write, even if it's not good, you must write it in a positive way. For example, please do not watch the movie. It is rubbish. Okay, you cannot say that. You can say that the movie is not bad if you really do not have anything to do on a Sunday. So that means actually it's not good. But really, if you don't have anything to do on Sunday, go watch that movie. That means it's not so good. But you cannot write bad words in your essay. Okay, do you understand that when you give a review?
Oh, yes.
So don't write the story is rubbish. I slept all the way when I watched the movie. Cannot. Okay. Do I recommend this movie to my friends? I would if you do not have anything to do better on a Sunday. That means tak ada yang lebih baik lagi nak dibuat on Sunday, go and watch this movie. Means it's not so good, right? Then give. I would give 2 star for the movie. So it means not good. All right. So remember that you cannot use bad language in any of the essays. Okay. The script is dull. If it's the script is dull, it would have been better if the director can blah 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 blah. So give lah suggestion, not to say that it's dull and it's like so teruk. Okay. Okay, it has tragic, surprising ending. So, if you are writing a review, should you reveal the ending? Yes or no? Should you
No.
reveal the ending?
No.
No. Yes, that is correct. Because kalau you baca, if you read the paper and then you find this review telling about everything in the movie, would you want to go to watch it anymore? No, right? So you can say it has a tragic or it has a surprising ending. Go and watch it if you want to know. That is how you write a review. Okay, don't reveal everything. All right. See, I wouldn't recommend this piece because blah 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 blah. Write nicely. It is well worth seeing it if you don't have anything to do on a Sunday. If you don't have anything better to do on a Sunday, that is how. But if it's good, don't miss it, as it will change the way you see movies after this. Because this movie sets a high standard for you. That means it's very good. All right? Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Next. Okay, this one is examples. No need because it's actually exercises. This is a book. You don't even read Jan Air. Okay. All right. This is the last one story. Now, anybody here has attempted story? Okay, my students are actually science students. The good class is science students, so they don't really write good stories. So I suggest they write just article or report or review, because they really cannot write a story. Maybe a few of them can. So any of you here are good storytellers? If
No.
you're not a good storyteller, I would suggest writing a story. You are good storytellers?
No.
No. So usually what do you write? Review?
Review.
Come again?
Review.
Yes. Among all the questions, review is actually the easiest if you know how to write it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Story is a bit difficult because the question for story is always personal experience. So if you don't experience it, it's a bit difficult. But if you are good storyteller, whether you have experienced it or not, you can write. Okay, you can write. If you are a great storyteller, you can create this in your head. You can be creative, no problem. All right. So this is a sample. A narrative can be written for a first or the third person. First person means you experience it. I was there. I was at the shopping mall until 10 o'clock that night. Okay, that means first person. Okay, if third person, Ali was at the shopping mall until 10 that night. Okay, that is third person. Okay, but depends on the question. You must read the question first. Okay, sometimes they ask for first person, sometimes they ask for third person. All right. Okay, an introduction in which you set the scene, people involved. Okay, introduction is always now. Imagine you watch a movie. Okay, a good movie. Actually, to me, I don't know. It's been a while that I watch a a good movie that really can be a good example, because nowadays the story is like quite belit, isn't it? So a good story would be, I don't know, this is quite an old movie lah, but I watched with my children. The what's it about? The name of the movie I cannot remember it. They went on it's not a ghost story. A ghost story is not a good storytelling experience. Roller coaster, and then suddenly one of them said, "Let's not go," and then they all, a few of them actually listened and did not go on the roller coaster, and then the roller coaster had an accident. So that is a good storytelling. That movie, I cannot remember the title, but if you watch a movie, the first 5 minutes of the movie is actually introduction of the characters, right? So introduction is actually who, where, when, and what happened. Okay, you set up your plot already. And then second paragraph, the main body, 2 or more paragraph, usually 3 paragraph, okay, which you develop your story. And then the conclusion, what happens at the end of the story. Okay, now for storytelling, the conclusion you must give, and it will be a bonus if you give what lesson you learn from all this. All right? What lesson you learn from all this. And if you can write unpredictable ending, you see, the more unpredictable your conclusion is, the longer lasting the impression it will make on the reader. Okay, so that's why you have to be creative for you to write a story. Okay, not everyone can write a story. Okay. Things to consider. When you start writing your story, at first what happened, until, while, during, after, usually, finally. Okay, you must use all these words. This is the cohesive devices. And then a story must have lots of adjectives. Okay, when you talk about a person, you cannot just say a man walk quietly. You must say a tall man with a scary eye walk slowly. So when you see a man, in your mind that is just a man, right? But when you say a tall man with scary eyes, okay, that is scary eyes. That means this man is very, you don't want to see this kind of man, and then he's very tall. There's another dimension, isn't it? So that's how you write a story. You must have a lot of adjectives. So that's why if you're not creative enough, you should not write a story. Okay? And then a story is always written in the past. So past tense, past continuous, past perfect. Okay? Jonathan had been planning to visit the old cottage for months. Okay. So Jonathan had been planning to visit the cottage is different from the old cottage, right? A cottage is just rumah. An old cottage like very old. So it's different, isn't it? So that's why you have to use lots of adjective. Okay. I woke up and got out of bed. I had a shower, ate breakfast, and left. You see, this is A. What about B? Bright morning sunlight shone through my bedroom window when I woke up. You see, I woke up. B, bright morning sunlight. So woke up with the bright morning sunlight. I lay there lazily for a few minutes, then jumped out of bed. Not just got out of the bed, but he jumped out of bed. That means he did it quickly and stopped under the hot water of the shower. The smell of coffee drifted through from the kitchen. On top, he said, and he ate breakfast and left. Below here, the smell of coffee drifted through from the kitchen. Which one will get better marks? A or B?
B.
Yes, of course, B. So, if you can write like B, then you write a story. If you cannot, go back to review, article, or report. All right, guys, do you get that? Yes, okay. See now, A and B. Exhausted and soaked to the skin, I slammed the front door behind me. I threw myself onto my bed, stared into the darkness, and thought bitterly, why me? At last, I was home again. As soon as I went to bed, it had been a tiring day. See, which one is better?
A.
Yes. So, my suggestion to you, if you are creative enough and you have good language, good vocab, then write a story. Otherwise, go back to the other questions. Okay? See? The following adjective and adverbs can be used instead of other simplistic one. Put them into the correct box. Okay, this is actually exercises I did with my students. Okay. These are the things you must do. As soon as, at last, immediately, meanwhile, then, when, while. These are all the cohesive devices. Okay. This is actually taken from Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Perak. You see, I did not do this. I actually get the knowledge from other people as well. So really learn a lot. Okay. Then I add up exercises for my students based on this. Okay. Stories that have already happened, lots of past tense. Use your imagination, spend some time thinking creatively. Use descriptive language, adjective, adverb. Okay, he walked into the forest and saw one of the friends. He walked slowly into the cold, dark forest. Cold, dark are adjective, right? Slowly are adverbs. Okay, instead of just walking, he walked slowly. Instead of just he went into a forest, it was a cold, dark forest. So now we can imagine it, right? Oh, ini memang menakutkan ni, scary lah this story. Okay, and was relieved to see his friend. Not just see his friend, he was relieved because he came from a cold, dark forest. Okay. So if you cannot do all this, learn the review and article and report. Okay. Stories must also have direct speech. Okay. But not a lot. A few. Okay. Oh no, she screamed. Don't move. Okay. So you must put conversation inside, which is direct speech. Okay. Okay. Organize your work. Who, where, what, when, why. This is in the story as well. This one is taken from Real English Online. You see, what I have to do is I have to study a lot to do the PowerPoint. Take from here and then learn from this person and then go for courses. Okay. So I don't become good just like that. I also have to learn. So if I can learn it and become a teacher and many, many years to be an English teacher, so you can also do it to get your exam, right? To get A for your exam. CFCE. This is a story. This is sample. We are looking for stories for our English language magazine for teenagers. Your story must begin with, it would be dangerous, but I knew I had to do it. Okay, so what kind of story is this? Dangerous situation. Okay, you cannot, like, it would be dangerous, but I knew that I had to do it. I must go to this shopping mall. Will that be a good story? Yes or no?
No.
No, because it's supposed to be dangerous. So you might think about going for extreme sport, right? Or going to a dangerous journey. That kind of story, because it already set you the beginning of the story. The story must include a challenge. So I would say extreme sport, a sudden event. Okay, and then you did not really want to go, but your friend made you go. Something like that. Okay? All right. Write your answer, title, beginning, middle, ending. Okay. See? It would be dangerous, but I knew I had to do it. It was a new challenge. Nobody thought I was capable of doing it, and I wasn't sure myself. I waited to make my turn. I would be the first person out as I had drawn the short straw. That means the title is in free fall. That means the friends, the group of friends, challenge themselves to do a free fall at maybe a waterfall, right? So this is what you do. It's a challenge. It must be a challenge, okay? The story has set up with that topic. So this is a first person narrative because you, right? So after the question says you, your answer must start with I. Okay? Right. Middle. The door opened. Move closer to the door. Look down at the clouds. Oh, this is a free fall from an aeroplane. Jump out of the plane. Pull the cord. Nothing happened. That means parachute, right? I would never do this forever and ever. I'm afraid of heights. So not going to happen. Okay. This is the story. See, throughout my teaching, maybe because I was in a science school before this. The school in Selangor is all the whole school is science stream. They do really write very good story, but there are a few outstanding students who can write very good stories. Okay, in this school also, not so much. So students nowadays are not very creative, but there are a few, and quite a number who are very creative and they can really write very good stories. So if you are one of them, do write stories in SPM question. Okay? All right. I think we are almost done. Next. Okay. We are done. So now the last, okay, about 15 minutes. I will go back to that. You can ask me anything about SPM. Oh, where are we? Okay. Do you have any question about SPM before we stop?
No, teacher.
Okay, no. All right, then in that case, I wish you all the best. Okay, from Monday, you are going to do your speaking. Do it well. The best, the most important tip I want to give you is that silent mode is not allowed. Okay, you must say something. You cannot be in your silent mode. All right. And then for your writing, score the part one. Make sure you score part one and part two. Part three as well. It's not difficult because you can learn your review from now on, right? Okay, review must be there, surely, unless they change something this year. Okay, other than that, I would say you have no problem. All right. What about speaking? We have done writing as well. Reading is not difficult, isn't it? It's like comprehension. Read the question carefully and then answer the question based on what you have read. I don't think that's very difficult. All right. And listening, of course, most of all, pay attention. Pre-listening, read everything on the paper. If even if you not hear, you cannot hear anything yet, read so that you will know what is coming up. All right. And then the first time you hear, you jot down the answers. The second time you hear, you confirm the answer. Okay. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Admin, I think I have finished now. Welcome. Welcome, Kasih. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Chair.
Bye. All the best to you all.
Thank you so much.